Wouldn't it be amazing if every time you published a book on KDP, you could be pretty much guaranteed that you would have 5-star reviews on day one? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. What's up, guys? Dave Jacobson here, best-selling author and book publisher. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I use to pretty much guarantee every time I publish a book on KDP that there's going to be 5-star reviews on day one. So without further ado, I'm going to shrink my melon-sized head here, and we're going to jump into how I pull this off, right? And I just want to point out that first, that the strategy I'm going to be teaching you is 100% compliant with community guidelines, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But first, I want to jump over here to this book. So this is a book that I recently published just a few days ago. You can see I published it on November 12th, and it's already got some reviews. And in fact, it's already a #1 new release, which is pretty cool. And so if you want to, by the way, if you want to find out how to guarantee that every time you publish a book on KDP, you can have your book be a #1 new release, check out the video in the link above. And if you check out that video, you'll see that, because I published that video on the same day that I published this book here, and I talk about this book. You'll see in that video that I already had ratings, right? I had, I think, 1 or 2 5-star ratings when I recorded that video on day one, right? And now you can see I have a few more. I've got four ratings already. So the question is, how did I do that? And how can you apply this same strategy in your next book launch? And that's the answer, or that's the question I'm going to answer for you right now, right? So my strategy involves a method that utilizes the concept of advanced reader copy reviewers. So what's an advanced reader copy reviewer? Well, as you can see here, it's a person who receives and reviews, keyword there, a pre-publication version of a book called an advanced reader copy before it is officially released to the public. Right? So this is a common practice in publishing. It's the way, if you ever notice, you'll go to Barnes & Noble and you'll pull a book off the bookshelf, and on the back it'll have, 3 or 4 5-star reviews from various people. Well, this is how they get those reviews before they send the book to press, publish the book, and get it to bookstores. They use this same common practice that I'm going to teach you now, called advanced reader copy reviewers, okay? And importantly, as I mentioned before, it's 100% compliant as a common practice in the industry within Amazon's terms of use. So you can see here that I'm on the Amazon Community Guidelines page, all right? And I'm gonna scroll down to a section that they've created called compensated reviews. And in a second, I'm going to show you the 3-step exact strategy that I use to get those reviewers, and I'm even going to give you a template that you can use that you can send out to get these reviewers. But before I do that, I just want to point out that this is compliant because it's very important. Reviews should reflect your honest opinion. We don't allow reviews that are created, edited, or removed in exchange for compensation. Okay, so the keyword there for compensation. But exceptions apply. So now I'm going to read you this section on exceptions. And I'm just going to read the second one because that's the one that applies here. It's okay to review a free or discounted book, advanced reader copy, that you receive from an author or publisher. Okay, so this is 100% okay to use this practice. That's what Amazon's telling us here. However, they can't require, they being the publisher or author, can't require a review or try to influence the review. Okay? So you have to remember that when we're doing this strategy, that you cannot require a review and you cannot try to influence the review. So that's going to be important when I show you now the exact strategy that I use to get these reviewers. Okay? So now I'm going to dive into this template that I've created. And if you want to use this exact template, by the way, I'm putting a link in the description, which you can download for free. And here's the template, right? And here's the 3-step process, how to use advanced copy reviewers for your next book launch. So step 1 is to invite colleagues to become advanced copy reviewers. See email template below. So we're going to get to this email template in a second. And this is the exact same template that I use, and I'm going to reveal it to you in a minute. And again, you can download it in the description below. But first, I'm going to show you step 2, okay? So step 2, big reveal here. Send a free PDF version of the book in advance of your publication date to your list of advanced copy reviewers. And allow them some time to read and provide feedback, right? So you don't want to irritate your advanced copy reviewers. So, if you're sending them a 100,000 word tome, for example, you want to make sure you give them time to read it, right? So I would advise, if it's that long of a book, give them at least a month and a half to take a look at it, right? If it's a short, low content book, or something they can look over in a short period of time, you can send this to them within just a couple of days, right? In advance. And then I say here, optional, make improvements, modifications to your work based on their feedback. So this is another huge opportunity, right, for you to get feedback on your book prior to publishing it. And I definitely recommend you take advantage of this. Often you're going to get feedback from these advanced copy reviewers, and you can use it to improve your book, which is awesome. Okay. And then step 3 is once you launch your book on Amazon, let your advanced copy reviewers know that the book is now available for purchase, and thank them again for their contributions and support. So this step is key, right? Because basically this is your wink, wink, nudge, nudge opportunity to say, hey, book's now, available for sale. And if you're going to review it, it'd be great if you go review it now or soon. Okay. So that said, that's the 3-step overall process. Now I want to reveal to you the exact template that I use to pull this off. Okay. So let's do it. Email template for step 1. So this is the template you're going to use in the first step to invite your colleagues to become advanced copy reviewers. Okay. Hi, John. And then you want to insert some personalization, right? So this is where you probably connect. You mention something that connects to them, right? Or your recent experience. Hi, John. Great seeing you the other day at X, Y, or Z place, right? I have a quick question for you. I am going to be publishing a new book later this month, and then you can put the title of your book in parentheses. And I'm seeking a handful of advanced copy reviewers prior to the release. This is a common practice in publishing to help get some buzz around books prior to launch, right? So this is where you're just explaining to them that, hey, I'm not a weirdo. I'm not doing this out of the blue, right? This is a common practice. And then you'll say something like, would you be interested in receiving a free digital copy of the book in advance of publication and being an advanced copy reviewer? Now, I like to use a free digital copy, right? You can also send a paperback copy in advance of publication. If you're using KDP, you can absolutely order called author copies, and we'll cover this in a whole separate video. And you can order them from Amazon and then ship them out to your advanced copy reviewers. But you're going to have to pay to do that. You're going to have to pay for shipping, and you're going to have to pay for the actual author copy, right? Whatever the print costs are. So it's a nice touch to do that, but I usually just use a free digital copy. And then you'll say, all I ask in return is that you provide me your honest feedback and consider leaving a review soon after the release on Amazon. Now, keywords here are honest feedback and consider leaving a review, right? You're not requiring them to do it. And you're going to make that more apparent in this last sentence, which is going to be absolutely critical. And I'll explain why in a second, okay? Whether you leave a review is totally up to you. It's not required for being an advanced copy reviewer, but I would appreciate you considering leaving a review, providing your honest opinion of the book, as it certainly would help with the book launch. Okay, so what you're saying here is, what you're doing here is basically you're creating a paper trail. So if Amazon ever comes back to you and says, hey, what's up with all these reviews when the book just came out, you say, these are 100% reviews based on, this is the email that I sent to my advanced copy reviewers. And you can see in the email that it's not required that they provide a review. And I'm asking for their honest opinion, right? So I basically just took the language of Amazon's terms of use and turned it into this sentence to make sure that it's compliant, okay? And I highly recommend you do something similar as well. Then you can say something like, no pressure if you're not interested. Just let me know in the next couple of days if you're interested and I can send you the PDF. Thank you so much, right? So that's the template. And as I mentioned, I'm providing a free, you can download this template. I'm putting the link in the description so anyone can download this. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you like this video and got value from it, please consider subscribing and like the video and share it. And I'll see you next time.